Hi all, in this video I am going to create a cost plan in Giraffe. And to start off with, I'm going to create some usages which store our cost assumptions, and then I'll create a report in Analytics. So I'm going to do a cost plan for a residential building. So the usages I'm going to create are going to be living room, living area, create that usage. And the properties I'm going to add are the structural cost. So it's a sort of elemental cost plan. I'm going to say $1,000 for the structure. Then I'm going to say the fit out cost. I'm going to say $1,000 for the living. Then I'm at another property called the services cost. Right? And that's going to allow for like the electrician and all that sort of stuff. Okay. And I'm imagining these as a per meter cost. So $1,000 per meter. And I could think about this, I may go, okay, how many joists do I need? What is their centers? What's the linear meter cost? And then, okay, good. It's boom, boom, boom. It's $1,000. Multiply it out. Save that. So these elemental costs can have sub elements, but for this approach, I'm not going to do that. Now I'm just rolling them up to the right granularity. So the structural cost for the bathroom is going to be the same. The fit out's going to be double, and the service is going to be much more. And the color's got to be slightly different. Save, and then from bathroom, I'm going to create kitchen and make that kitchen a warm, homely yellow. Oop, it's gone brown. And maybe that's about the same. Maybe it's slightly lower. I'll just put some different numbers so we're looking at something different. The services cost is 900. Then the final thing I'm going to build is bedroom. Right, the 4 main room types in a house, and that'll come down to 800 and 240. Save changes. Okay, and with that we can design the house. So the bedrooms are going to be 4 by 5 meters, nice big bedrooms, and I'm just going to make them one level. There we go. There we go. Okay, there's my bedroom wing. Now I'm going to create a bathroom. And I'm going to make one like that, just like a little ensuite for this bedroom. And then I'm going to create another one like this behind it for everybody. And I'll put one more bedroom over here. This is a big old house. Then I'm going to copy paste. I'm going to put a kitchen like this. And then I'm going to copy paste and put my living. Now you can see I've made, and I'll just use the living for circulation. I've made a mistake in that I haven't changed the color for bedrooms. Let's just change bedroom to something else. Save. Okay. And for some reason, oh yeah, I haven't set this to living yet. Okay, so we have living in blue, 55 square meters. Kitchen 24, and then we have all these bedrooms. This is a mega bedroom house. Maybe I'll make these a little smaller. All right. So, and I've got these 2 bathrooms. So you can see I've got these zones. And I'm going to use these now to drive the cost plan. So I'm not going to build an entire cost plan. I'm going to build 3 sections that show you the principles. So starting with a blank slate, I'm going to call the building costs. These are the direct building costs. And I'm going to add a measure. Now in Giraffe, every measure needs a name. I'm going to do the structure costs in dollars. And the way costs work in Giraffe is you have a formula, which can have like A divided by B, A star B, A slash B. And the A and the B are these components, and these components refer to the model which we've just created. And the properties of that model can be things like area, so gross area in square meters, or they can be things like structure cost, right? So gross area is computed by Giraffe when you draw a line. And structure cost we apply directly to the each of our usages. And we're going to go A times B, right? Gross area times the cost per square meter. The quantity is 26 meters for our kitchen, 26.86, and the rate is $1,000. And I'm actually going to turn that on for us, if I can. And Giraffe's guessing that the quantity is 27 and the rate is, and Giraffe's right in this instance. And I am now going to save that change. And we'll see there, we've got the structure cost. And if I extend our house out, that structure cost goes up. And if I shrink our house back down, that cost goes down. And that's the basic building block of a Giraffe cost plan. But let's do a bit more. So we'll duplicate it and we'll call this services cost. And instead of the structure property, we're going to look for the services property and we're just going to hit save. And the numbers are different, which is good. And we're going to duplicate that and we're going to do fit out costs. And instead of services or structure, we're going to just pull out fit out, and then we're going to save. All right, so we've got these 3 lines. Each of them depends on the different usages. And I can demonstrate that by clicking this toggle, which breaks down these equations, structure cost, but instead of being every single element in the whole model, right, and you can click through them like this if you just click on the number, it breaks it down per usage. So you can see the kitchen, there's only 1 kitchen, there it is, and it costs that amount. Or you can see the bathroom, there's the bathroom, there's actually 2 bathrooms. So I can toggle through the 2 bathrooms. One's 8.49 and one's 15 meters. And it just shows the different, for bedroom, the structure cost is 1,000, sorry. The fit out cost, the services cost is 240, but for bathroom, the services cost is 1,000. All right, so let's collapse that. And now let's create a new category. So I come to the analytics configuration menu, I've got a new category, and I'm going to call this category fees and taxes. Create it. And I'm going to go and create some measures for that. Right, and that measure is going to be design fees in dollars. And I'm just going to get the subtotal. I'm going to go currency and building costs, $519,000. I'm going to go A times 0.05, so 5%, save changes. Then I'm going to duplicate that little guy, and I'm going to call this taxes. And I'm going to say it's the same as the building cost, but it's 3%. And I'm going to save changes, right? And there they are. So my fees and taxes are 3,000, and it's a subtotal of all the dollars in building costs. Now the reason it's all the dollars in building costs is I may have some measures in building costs that aren't dollars. And so when I subtotaled building cost, I wouldn't want to add square meters plus dollars. I would just want to count dollars. So that's why it's showing the dollars. And this is dependent on the dollars in building costs. Now we're going to create a new category, and this category is going to be called contingency. And this contingency is going to be 10% of contingency. It's going to be 10% of both the building costs and 10% of the currency, the fees and taxes. And it's just going to be, you add both of those things together and then you multiply them by 10%. So our contingency becomes $51,000. And then I'm going to make a new category and it's called total costs. I'm going to create it. And now I'm going to make a measure. And in total costs, I'm just going to add everything together. So currency and building costs, currency and fees and taxes, and currency and contingency, A plus B plus C. Boom. Okay, and I'm going to actually bold that guy. So I'm just going to click is bold. All right. So now I've got my structure costs, total structure costs, my taxes, my design fees, my contingency, and my total costs. And this is a fantastic cost plan, right? And when I break it down per usage, if I decide to export this thing, you can see that because I've defined a quantity and a rate, what Giraffe is able to do is go to the kitchen and go my structure costs based on a rate of $1,000 on 27 meters, right? Roughly, is 26. It's actually 26.8. We're rounding the quantity over there. And so you're getting everything that you need in terms of these costs, which is really, really awesome. So you can export that into Excel and have a cost plan. And that is how you build a very quick cost plan in Giraffe.